Good morning guys, welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming. Having a look at the Spring Championships for Series 27, and I'm having a look at the Alfa Romeo Championship, which is Alfa Romeo and Juliet. And I'm going to go into this and we'll have a run through this and we'll get the reward, which is the Alfa Romeo 8C Forza Edition. Consists of Mortimer's Pass, Glenfinn Chase and Edinburgh West End. You've got the bit of spiel of Kira at the beginning, which I really wish you could skip through. 2 years of playing this game makes me just want to skip it. But you've got the 8C Competizione. You've got the Stradale, which is actually a really good car, but the handling's a lot better on the Competizione. So I'm going to go for this. I've got my tune, Alpha Champ. LostPhoenixUK is me, which is a creator. So if you search my creator, use that name. And if you're looking for a share code, it's up on screen right there. So all you need to do is put it into the fine-tuned section and it'll come up and you'll be on your way to getting through this championship. So there you go, doing my little silly chicken dance. It's quite a nice car, that Alfa, actually. I do have a bit of a soft spot for Alfas. They are really nice looking cars. I'm a BMW man at heart, really, but the Alfas are nice cars too. So we're here on Mortimer's Pass, and you want to put your difficulty settings on highly skilled for this one, otherwise you won't be able to unlock anything or complete anything. Highly skilled it's got to be to get the car and to get the seasonal completion. So go go go. It's a bit of a mixture of modern cars, old cars. You got the the 8, whatever it is, they're the old vintage racer. So coming around, street scene, the most overpowered mode in the game. All the cars seem to be super hyper tuned and the bloody things are on rails, but this car's pretty quick, it's pretty stable, and I've got no doubt I'll be able to catch up with these guys along the way. Coming up to a corner, slow it down, don't want to skid out, but never mind, come on. Not doing too badly. I'd like to be in first by now, but this is street scene, so you have to give it a little bit more consideration because you're driving against unbeatable bots practically. And it doesn't really matter if you put them on easy or if you put them on unbeatable or on new driver, they all seem to drive the same. It's just where you start on the grid which makes the change, I think. But I'm into first place at 45%, and just coming around, they're pretty close behind me, but this car's handling quite nicely actually. I was considering doing the 33 Stradale because that is a really nice car. I really do like that, but there's two things that sort of stop me. One, the stability on this one's a lot better, and if I'm going to be throwing this stuff around, I do want stability. And secondly, I make these videos so you guys can, have a look at it. I can suggest car suggestions, so you've got options about what sort of cars to use now to approach this stuff. And I don't really feel happy saying to potentially new players, oh, so I grab this 10 million credit card, it'd be fine, because I remember how long it took me to get to 1 million credits when I first started playing this game, let alone 10. And it's easy for someone to sit back who's got 900,000 at the moment and say, no, 10's nothing. But I try and do everything affordable. It's whether it'd be cheap on the auction house or whether it be cheap on the auto show. I just try to get affordable cars wherever I can, even if that does mean it may or may not be something I would normally pick over it. But I'm actually pleased with this. This 8C is actually driving really well. So there you go, with TZ10 and others. So yeah, so that's the first one out of the way, 20 points, and on good standing to progress in the championship. So I'll skip all this stuff, this levelling up rubbish. Although I have got a wheel spin, gives me a Bentley Bentayga. I think I'll sell it because I've already got one and I don't think there's much in there to sort of rip out with your skill points. So off to the map and see what's next. For ones in white, they have other events in this championship, and you need to complete them before moving on to another championship or anything else, because it will just reset your progress if you don't. So I've gone for this one, and this one is Glenfinn Chase. Okay, excellent. I'll go through a Competizione again, the 8C. I keep looking at the Stradale, but you can see the number-wise, it is the handling which is better on this, and overall, I think I'm better off with this car than I am with the Stradale, really. But here we go, Glenfinn Chase, Alfa Romeo and Juliet. Let's go. Albeit very slowly off the start line, but going, making progress. We'll loiter around the corners a little bit, but I'm definitely making my way up the line here. A bit careful on the corners, because I definitely do not want to be going out around here. A bit of a drift, slow, little buffer off Barbarian, and you're trying to block me, you little bastard. But I'm past you, and I'm in third place. Through the water, a little slow down. Second, bye. Now first, can I take you? A little bounce, yes, I can take you. In first place at 25%, so that's not bad going. This is part of the Goliath run as well, which I've done quite a few times, so I'm sort of used to it. Although, admittedly, I'm used to driving it in a different Alfa. Normally go for the Quadrifoglio Forza edition, which is really good. But this 8C is handling quite nicely, and I'm actually really sort of shocked by it in a way, because it seems it's quite a cheap car anyway, and it's not one I've sort of really had a race around in too often. I was expecting it to be a bit, I don't know, I was expecting it to be, but it actually is really nice and is a really good car. You can also use this car, Miss Tune, for the trial event this week as well, because it will actually qualify, although for the trial I end up using the Bentley simply because it's got more power. It's actually a bit of a faster car. Whether or not I regret using the Bentley and use instead of this one, I'm not entirely sure yet, but I'm sure when I do that video I'll mention it. But 84% round the corner, some non-player cars, avoiding the bridge. You don't want to get stuck on the bloody bridge, because bridges are sort of my nemesis on this game, outside of trees. But coming up now, finish line, up there, jobs are good. And first place, so that's 2 for 2 there. Got the Stradale in second place. So 20 points, 40 points in total. Let's have a skip through all this chicken dancing and all these points and influence and all that lot. And we can move on to the third and the final event and actually claim our rewards. Edinburgh West End, I'll do a fast travel over that way, simply because it saves the drive time. So Edinburgh West End, final event in the championship. 8C competition, why change it? You've done well so far, mates. You might as well keep running. So let this load in amongst all the silly little dances and everything. And just a reminder, it is highly skilled mode you need. It asks me if I want to jump up to expert. Not really. What's to gain? A few extra credits. I'm not chasing credits on this game anymore, but I'll leave it as it is. And come on, round corners. You dodged me a bit there, in third place. Let's see how long it takes me to get to first. Ooh, bit of buffering, and 11%, 12%, and I'm in first place. Fantastic. This has got some really good power in this car, although it is driving around Edinburgh. Yeah, you'll guarantee I'll crash into everything I can see around here. It's an absolute nightmare sometimes, but so far I've been pretty well behaved. I haven't crashed into anything, haven't done anything too dodgy. Gone a little wide on there. Didn't take out the traffic lights, never mind. Slow it down for corner. This is actually a really tight corner, particularly when you're doing it in more faster vehicles. Coming down towards the speed zone area. You can absolutely hammer it around here. You just have to be careful of the wall at the bottom. If you can get to work, you can drift really well around that one corner. But I'm pretty crap at drifting, but I do manage it sometimes if I've got an event around here. And onto a bit of a straight towards the island at the motorway. This is where this car really comes into its own. The acceleration's absolutely brilliant, and it's got a really good top speed, so you can just absolutely hammer it. It just goes. Although the drivers are catching up with me, I am definitely keeping a decent distance. You know, socially distant racing, right? But coming round, you can see I've got another turn at the island. I want to dodge the van a little bit. Coming round, probably should brake in a minute. So hit the brakes. Didn't quite take that right, but I'm on the home straight practically once I get round here, so I shouldn't have too many problems if I can just keep it running, because these guys are not going to catch up with me unless I really do something stupid like crash into a tram stop or something. I've not crashed into a tram stop, by the way. I've crashed into a building and another building, but that's my fault for, I don't know why, but just see your messages to computer controlled cars. That's, I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest with you. That's just loony. But the 8C through the line, followed very shortly by another 8C, but that's complete. Alfa Romeo and Juliet complete. Third place against average, second against above, and first against highly skilled. This gets me the Alfa Romeo 8C Forza edition, which is quite nice. I've got one already. Gets me 100,000 credits and 50,000 credits for the lower tier completions as well. So skip through all this crap, and that's basically that video, guys. If you like what I'm doing, hit that like button, hit subscribe, grab my tunes, and until next time, thanks for watching, take it easy and happy driving.